Before we get started, I want to say thanks for clicking on this video, and sorry for how many tier lists I'm doing. I'm gonna be recording two today because I have to do something Thursday and Wednesday, so I'm not gonna have time to get any more clips. But definitely, I'll try and make the next couple videos game videos. I did make, I did finish a video and make a thumbnail for it, but then I realized this can't go on YouTube. So, but anyways, we're here with a Cyberpunk Edgerunners tier list, really hitting the feels if you watched it. So I've watched it a couple times. I won't say how many. If you're someone who talks to me online knows me, you'll know I have a slight addiction to this show and Cyberpunk in general. But we're gonna be ranking these characters here. So this one isn't in Cyberpunk Edgerunners. What's her name? Sasha Yakovla? Yakovla? I think. Am I saying it right? I can't remember. Hold on, let me look up the lore. Just so I can remember the names, even though I know all of them. Yep. I got Sasha right. I think I butchered her last name. Sasha Yokovle. Yokovleva. I take Russian. I should be able to say that better. Sasha Yokovleva. Yokovleva. Why am I butchering that? Anyways, we got David, Lucy, Maine, Dorio, Kiwi, Pilar, Rebecca, Gloria, Doc, crap, Faraday, Faraday, Adam Smasher, Falco, James Norris, Kimi Kurosaki, Julio, I think. Then we got Tanaka's son. I forget his first name. Let me open up the tab again. Katsuyo Tanaka. Yeah, this guy right here. Then we got Tanaka and Sasha again. I think her name is Katie. So, and then let me go to this again. There are some other people in here who make slight appearances that I won't be ranking because they're just little things like Wakako Okada, Rogue also, Delamain is also in there. And then this guy, I'm just going to leave down here because he's in like 4 minutes, maybe, not even, of the show. I don't know why he's on here, but he is. So, his name is Maxim Kuznetsov. Why are there so many Russians? Like, I mean, even where I live, I've noticed there's a big Slavic community here. A lot of people who speak that kind of language, or those languages, like Ukrainian, Russian, etc. All those. I got a car show last weekend. There were some people there. Anyways, I've dragged this on for too long. I'll put something like skip to whatever time. So, but we'll go left to right again. David Martinez. I said, well, now, not before, but something with this show, they only got. My dogs are barking at the birds again. There's a bird's nest right next to our house. Either that or our neighbors. So, but the show, it only has 10 episodes. So, is it 10 or 8? Why am I, as soon as I start talking about a topic, I just completely forget everything about it. I don't know. It might just be me. But the show has to be very fast paced because they only got a certain amount of episodes. So, oh, excuse me. Let me see if my Netflix would work. That'd be very nice. Yeah, 10. I was right. All right. So yeah, the pacing is very fast. So the characters get a lot of development very quickly. A lot of stuff happens very quickly. Spoilers ahead. Spoiler warning. No more spoiler warnings after this. You've heard me. But it's a very fast-paced show. Everything happens quick, but they did it perfectly. They're just as close as they could to perfect. And there's a second season coming out. Hopefully, new people. So, anyways, let's start. David Martin, click. David S tier. Very, very good character arc. He goes from scrawny high schooler, uh, like the one who's always standing out. It's like every main anime protagonist, some high schooler who has to do something, like they get a calling or something happens. But this one is pretty good. So he does that, joins up with the crew after he steals something, or not really steals. He takes something from his mother, who sadly passed away in the episode. But yeah, no, very good character. Ending, sadly he died, but it made for very, very good. And I actually have a picture of the not the ending, but in the second episode, like a boy. No, let you down. No, like a boy. What? It is the second episode. So, well, yeah. Let me just take a picture now, and I'll put it here. So, yeah, no, very good character. Uh, I don't know what else to say, but I don't know. Just a really, really good story and character in general. Good artwork too, with everything really. All right, Lucy, S tier. Um, I guess she does change when David goes into the crew, comes into the picture, and all that. Uh, I don't. I need to prepare scripts for these videos. I don't know, but I'm just gonna go with it, I guess. She's one of the only two survivors of the crew. So, but then in the end, it's a very sad, sad anime, but it's very good. This is the anime that really got me into animes. So, I'm actually finishing up Jujutsu Kaisen as we speak. I'll probably finish it after I'm done recording the second video. But yeah, S tier, easy S tier. Main S tier. Now, I think a lot of people would agree with putting him in S tier because of what happens with him. He goes cyber psycho, and just the way it happens, because it's like I hate how I just blank as soon as I start talking about this, but I'm pretty sure it was hinted at for like a couple episode, not a couple, because it was only the sixth episode, and he appeared in the second at the very end. But yeah, where it was like, oh, he has so much chrome, or he has so much cybernetics, he's gonna go cyber psycho. But it was a very good way to do it. He also died, kind of self-inflicted. He blew himself up with a bunch of, I think it was propane tanks. So, yeah, very good character though. Dorio. She doesn't get much screen time. Uh, yeah, I mean, she also dies the same episode as David, or not David, Maine. I don't know why I said David, but they both start with a D, I guess. Um, she is Maine's partner in crime and partner in both ways. Um, She also gets killed by Maine when he's doing his cyber psycho thing. What else is there to say about Dorio? Um, there's not much. Not much. I mean, for the time she had on screen, she was a good character, I guess. It's a good way to put it. I mean, everyone here was a good character. So, I'm gonna go B tier, because not much screen time. Alright, Kiwi. And there's no F tier, because none of them are that bad. They're all good characters for how long they were in there. Kiwi. A tier. Good, very good character. Turns out she betrayed the crew, got Lucy kidnapped and all that. She was in cahoots with Faraday. So I almost always get Falco and Faraday confused. I don't know why. I almost say Falcone sometimes too, because I mean the Penguin is going as well. You got Falco and Faraday and Falcone running through my mind, so it's easy to mess up the two sometimes. Yeah, no, she's a good character. She also gets knocked out, taken out of commission by Maine and his cyber psycho rampage. Or not, no, that was before the rampage. That was like he was just having a little episode. The calm, or the storm before the calm before the storm, if you want to phrase it that way. There's better ways to phrase it, but I'm not going to try phrasing it better. So yeah, solid character. She ends up helping in the end, sending coordinates to Falco, Rebecca, and David to save Lucy in the end. So, yeah. Now, Pilar. He doesn't get much screen time, but when he's on screen, he was the comedic relief when he was on screen. And I say was because he got his head blown off in episode 3. So was it 3? I want to say it was the end of episode 3. I think it was. It might. No. Which one was it? So basically, let me just explain it. If you've seen the show, you know how he dies. You know what I'm talking about. There was a guy who was just taking a leak out in the open. You know, casual day in Night City, I guess. But Pilar goes to insult him because instead of a normal bodily function, he has a cybernetic thing there. I won't get too into details because of YouTube, but you know what I mean. And then he just pulls a pistol that I think the pistol is just the guy's arm and blows Pilar's head off, which in it it's Pilar's Rebecca's brother, I think. So yeah, he's a very funny character, or was. So now Rebecca. I have a very funny mug of Rebecca and how her ending goes. It's just Adam's. It's an Adam Smasher mug, and what's this thing called? The thing that you put under your drink so the water doesn't get on the table, the precipitation doesn't get on the table. The coaster. I have a Rebecca coaster, and it's just like her smushed face. So, but good. Another comedic relief character, really. She's very crazy when she's on screen. Like too many energy drinks, adrenaline junkie, trigger happy. So, and I think, she's a good voice crack. She's a good character, all in all. So, yeah, I'll put her in A tier too. Gloria, we don't get many. She's not on screen for very long. Uh, she dies in the second episode. So, or no, is it the first episode he gets the news? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So she dies first episode. But the time she was on, she kickstarted this entire thing. She was working with Maine for extra money, stealing cybernetic equipment for him. Blah blah blah. Dies in a random car crash on the highway. So, but she had a very good monologue with David. Like got a lot of good life points. Good voice acting on her part, both in Japanese and English. Excuse me. Um, yeah, I'd say for the time she was on screen, B tier. So now, Doc, the Ripper Doc. I love this guy's character design because the way they did it with his arms are just such a cool concept to have, and the stuff he says, his accent, just the way he speaks in general. And he's the one who tells David about Adam Smasher. So, um, I mean, he's a good character. So, he gives another good monologue in episode Seven. Yeah. Or they go back to it between 7 and 8. But those dogs still barking at the birds. They might be barking at my neighbor's dogs. I don't know. But, I don't know. He's a good character for how long he was on there. Good ending quote. So, good high beat. A tier. Low A tier. Faraday. I don't know who did him in Japanese, but I know he's voiced by Giancarlo Esposito in the English dub, and he did such a good voice acting job. The character is such a cool design. The story with him is really cool. Um, how he dies is also pretty funny. Yeah, it's funny to me. Um, it's funny in a sense that he went all the way to the top just to fall all the way to the bottom, in a very literal sense. So, yeah, he was a very good character. Very, very good. Definitely up in the A tiers. Right with Kiwi, coincidentally. Adam Smasher, A tier. I don't need to say anything other than you look like a cuttable. No, cuttable. English is hard today. You look like a fuckable piece of meat. That is the first thing anyone ever heard him say in Cyberpunk, just in the game. And in the show, he is an absolute menace. He's the reason. Oh, he's on top of Rebecca. That's funny. Yep, that's how it ended for her. And he is also uh, one of the only couple people here that are still alive. So, and I say couple, by couple, I think I mean, let's see, we have him, her, him, him, and him. So that's one, two, three, four, five. Five people on this entire list survived the show. So, I mean, this guy got his face fucked up pretty hard, so, or his nose. But, yeah. Alright. Yeah, Adam Smasher, great character. Just the voice effect they have on him for his voice changing to make him sound like a literal robot. So cool. Like if you haven't watched it, you just look up Adam Smasher ending scene Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Such a good scene. Voice acting is so good. Oh my god. But moving on. Falco. This guy in episode 8, very he has a very funny comedic relief moment too with Rebecca with his cowboy mustache. Uh, yeah, no, he's a good character. I like how he has the southern accent too, just to go along with his kind of Western bartender looking style, really. And in the last episode, he has a really good getaway scene as well. Driving. That was a really cool, very, very well animated scene as well. Um, let's see. Is there anything else to say about him? Not really. I think I fleshed it all out. Good character. Uh, put him in A tier before after before the Ripper doc. So, all right. This guy, what's his name? I know it before. It's like, what is it? It's like James something. What's his last name? Let me go to the other tab. James Norse. That's it. James Norse. He's the guy from the opening scene who is the cyber psycho, kills tons of police, gets taken out by the medical people, not medevac, um, not next tech. What are they? uh, trauma team. Trauma team. That's them. So, yeah. Is it the trauma team? I think so. Like I said, as soon as I start talking about something I really know and like, I just blank for some reason half the time. But yeah, I mean, really good opening scene. You can also find it in the game. It's how you get the. It's how you get David's jacket in the game as well. You look at that cutscene, then it kickstarts an event as well where you talk to Falco, and then you get hooked up with another fixer to get the jacket. Pretty cool. I'd say good character, good scene. Well, not good. Well, good character, I guess. Good background, military guy. So, yeah, he good high B tier just because he wasn't on screen for more than 3 minutes, but he had really, really good animation in the fight scene he had in the very beginning. Alrighty. Jimmy Kurosaki. This guy, diabolical. Absolutely evil. The stuff he did in the show was insane, to say the least. But with everything being cyber, it was so feasible and so cool with how it happened. And just that whole episode with him, they use him to get Tanaka. Really, really good episode. Um, it's another one of David gets tortured. It was really good. That's really bad saying David gets tortured. It was a really good episode, but no, just in general, it was a good episode for the story, the fight scene in it, and again, all around the show is good animation. I just keep emphasizing it with every fight scene. It's just so good, so good. But Jimmy Kurosaki. A tier. Right before Falco. I want to keep that there. Just because I feel like everything else is going to be below that anyways, but I just want to keep that there for funny. Yeah, Julio, he's a real go-getter. You know, he runs into the action without a second thought. That's that, you know. I mean, C tier that he doesn't have much. So this guy, he insults David, knocks him out, knocks him over. Then he gets punched in the nose the next day, really hard. I mean, he doesn't have much other than half decent insults. Which, I mean, anyone with this hairstyle, with that color, shouldn't be allowed in a public school. Or not public. Anyone goes to a public school. Private. That's the word I'm looking for. Anyways, C tier. I mean, he has. I don't know. He's below Julio. I don't like him. But Tanaka, this guy, really good fight scene as well. He is the reason Jimmy Kurosaki died. He has like needles that flew all over the room. Uh, uh, he's also he's holding a lot of information. Lucy does a deep dive into his Neuralink brain network thing, his cerebral cortex. I don't know. His basically his hard drive with all his information. You know. But for the times he was in it, good, good story, good character. Not much development though, considering how fast he died. He died in a very brutal way, but it was almost as brutal as Rebecca. I want to say, like you could argue that what's his face Maine died, but he died like instantly. It was a huge explosion. But the way this guy died, oh my god, it was such a brutal scene, second to Rebecca's death. Oh my god. I mean, she gets smushed by Adam Smasher, literally ripping part of her body off. Like, uh, this face, it's to the right, or is it to the left? One of these sides is just gone. It's like, ooh, yeah, this guy. I mean, he doesn't get much. Oh, high C tier, or no, low B tier, low B tier. No, yeah, low B tier. This girl, she's in a music video. She's a netrunner. Is that netrunner? That netrunner, right? What? I'm saying this right, right? It's not Cyberrunner. An Edgerunner, netrunner. I don't know. One of the people that does deep dives into the internet and hardware. It is Netrunner. Well, I keep uh, what's the word? I'm not having a good day. I keep gaslighting into myself into believing I'm not right. So, but I mean, in the music video, another good animation. So, good ending. You know, expose some secrets. In the long run, it probably did nothing though. Sadly. Um, I'll, I'll put her here. I mean, she got more screen time than some of these people. So not him though. She had a whole dedicated thing. This lady, another evil. I want my paycheck because of this experiment. Throws her coworker under the bus because of the whole clash with Militech to get the cyber skeleton back. Uh, she does not die, to my knowledge. Yeah, she lives. She's fine. She's up in her penthouse. But, yeah, there's not much to say about her. So, I mean, cool design. Really cool design. But not much to say. I guess she's evil. Or not evil. She's doing what she needs to do, I guess. Yeah, I mean, C tier, high C tier. This guy just bottom C tier. So, yeah, that's it. So, nothing much. Small tier list. Gotta figure out what the other one I'm gonna do is. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my idiotic ranking video, but I'll see you in the next one. Probably Friday. Yeah, Friday. Bye.